All right, today we're doing something that's not the most exciting, but absolutely necessary and something that's been long overdue. We're basically gonna be cleaning and optimizing this room in the office, which is the main studio shooting area. And as you can see over here, there's just a ton of clutter on this side of the room. I mean, there's clutter on both sides, but this side in particular, most of the stuff that you see here has actually been here since the day I moved into this place, like well over a year ago. Absolutely inexcusable. I've been putting it off for way too long, and it's finally time to make a change. And most of this stuff is just junk. Like, these are all props from Stack Attack back in the day. I've got a dozen bungee cords just chilling here for some reason. I don't know, the Jaeger build is just sadly sitting on the floor, so I've got a lot of work to do, and this is just tip of the iceberg. Once I clear all this out, and I'm probably not gonna clear all of it out, like some of this stuff will probably stay here, like that shelf and you know, obviously some of the camera gear, but once I clear it all out, I still have this side of the room to take care of. Like, there's just Pokemon cards that have been stacking up on this desk for ages. I've got all these boxes from old builds and other projects that I've worked on, and it's just a complete mess. Oh, also the RGB strip. I'm gonna be putting a diffuser on it today, which means I'm gonna actually have to remove it and then remount it with the diffuser and some new 3M adhesive, because right now the LED hotspots are just super visible, especially when I'm streaming and stuff. So I've got my work cut out for me today, to say the least. I'm gonna start with this side of the room though, and then we'll work our way from there. We got Prometheus just looking really lonely. That's a topic for another video though. So I gotta reorganize all this stuff, and then actually this isn't too bad either. The shelving where all the inventory is looking pretty good actually. This is probably the best area in the whole room. So that being said, this is becoming a problem because the more this piles up, the more it encroaches on the shooting area, and it's really starting to limit where I can put lights and bounce boards, you know, how far back I can move the camera and stuff like that. So like I said, it's not the most exciting content you've ever seen, but I really need to get it done, so we're doing it today, and I'm gonna treat myself after all this to some ice cream, just to make myself feel a little bit better for spending what's likely to be several hours cleaning up this place. As long as this video ends with me eating ice cream, it'll all be worth it.
Chocolate chip.
Let's get to it. This video is brought to you by Huel. So one of my New Year's resolutions for 2021 was to start taking more time off on the weekends to spend time with friends and family. And for the most part, I've been doing that. But Monday through Friday is still pretty much like hell week every week for me. Like, sometimes I work 16-hour days and don't really have time to take a proper meal, which usually means I end up snacking on something that's not very good for me. Like yesterday for lunch, I had chocolate and beer. Yeah, I'm not proud of all my life choices, but if you're strapped for time or you're super busy and you're looking for a quick and easy way to get your nutrition in on a daily basis, then Huel is a great option. As it says right on the bag, this is nutritionally complete food. This has everything you need, from carbs, protein, fiber, good fats. It even has all 27 essential vitamins. It's 100% plant-based, it's gluten-free, and it actually uses high-quality real ingredients like quinoa, rice, tomato, coriander, garlic, all that good stuff. Both of these bags are part of Huel's hot and savory line, so we've got Mexican chili here and spicy Indian curry. This one's actually my favorite. They both taste really good though, surprisingly good for how quick and easy this stuff is to make. You literally just take however many scoops you want, put it into a bowl. I think each scoop is like 200 calories, so it's really easy to keep track of if you're trying to count your calories. Then you simply add some water, stick it in a microwave for 1.5 minutes, give it a nice stir, and then microwave it for 1 more minute. Then boom, your meal's ready. But yeah, I actually really like this stuff. It ticks all the boxes for me personally. It's quick and easy to make, so it saves me a ton of time during my hectic work schedule. It's healthy and it actually tastes good. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and click on the link in the description below to check out Huel's hot and savory options. And let me know which flavor you decide to go with in the comments. Thanks again to Huel for sponsoring this one. Now back to the main video. All right, it is fresh and clean in here. Finally, check this out. Check that out. Remember this wall? Remember how much crap there was against this wall? Well, look at her now. Yeah, it's all organized and stuff. Oh yeah, why am I talking like that? It looks really good though. It feels great. This is definitely the cleanest this place has ever been. Even on the day I moved in, it's never been this clean, hands down. And it feels amazing. Oh yeah, baby. And then over here looks good too. I'm actually running out of ceiling space. I'm gonna hit that concrete ceiling at some point. But for now, it's looking good. I don't know, there's still like some pieces like, okay, what do I do with these monitors? I don't have the boxes for them anymore, so they're just kind of sitting there facing the wall like they're in timeout, but whatever, it's good enough for now. I'm feeling pretty stoked with how things are looking so far, so I think we can move on at this point to actually diffusing these LEDs here. You can see those LED hot spots. Oh, it's disgusting. That's the worst thing you've ever seen, so we're gonna fix that right now. Look at the freaking Amazon box that the diffuser came in. The diffuser's like teeny tiny and the box is massive. Oh man, we're destroying this planet. I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. We're all screwed. We're all gonna die. But anyway, this is the diffuser. It comes in several pieces. I think they're like 3.5 feet each, but I have enough pieces here. I think there's 5 pieces, which should more than cover the span of the shelf. I might actually have to cut one of them to size because it's probably not going to be a perfect fit. And then obviously I have to remove the LED strip completely in order to, I have to mount it inside of the diffusers, which means it's going to lose its stickiness, its adhesion, which is why I also have some 3M adhesive so we can actually get it stuck properly. It's not going to go anywhere and should look a lot better once that's all done. Let's go. All right. I'm going to take off the LED strip first. Oh, I should probably turn it off first. That would be smart. Good job, Kyle. All right. Oh, it's painful. Oh God, just all that perfectly good adhesive ruined. Who knows, it might still be sticky enough to stick to the diffuser. All right. Yeah, not quite as pleasing as a plastic peel off of a case panel, but you know, I'll work with it. That was easy. Now let's get the diffusers. The diffusers are right here. Come on. Okay, slide them on out. So each diffuser has 2 pieces. One that obviously adheres to the wall / shelf, and then the cover, the diffuser cover itself. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double check to make sure that's enough length. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we're only gonna need 3.5-ish. So we're good. That means I can destroy one of them and still have enough. Knowing me, it's a fair chance of that. Oh, here's the plastic peel I was looking for. Yeah. Already making a mess of the place I just cleaned. That's okay. That's how it works. Clingy. Hate it when they're clingy. Did this come with instructions? I don't think it did. There's no manual. Okay, I'm smart. I can figure this out. Let me just mock up one of these assembled. Wow, these are sharp. The ends of these are not, they're not, what's the word? They're not rolled. The edges are not rolled. They are razor sharp, and I'm probably going to die. Let's just see how this works. Huh? What? Line her up, Buttercup. Come on. It's like threading a needle. Wow, it doesn't really, like there's 2 channels that either end of this plastic housing has to go into, and it doesn't want to stay in the channels. They're very shallow channels. See, they just keep popping out. They keep popping out. That's not good. This is supposed to be easy. Why is this not easy? All right, keep sliding. Oh no, it popped out over here. What? Maybe I don't even have to slide it. Maybe I can just put it in like this. One end here, line it up with the channel all the way down. It's just so flimsy. The plastic piece is so flimsy, and it's like got a slight curve to it, so it's not laying in the channel straight like it should be. Maybe. Aha. This method seems to work a little better. Yup. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I was doing it the wrong way. All right, so there's an half assembled housing diffuser thing, and looks like you've got some end caps here if you want to close it off at one end. All right, that's fine. And then we've got these metal brackets that go on either end, also very sharp. Put one of those brackets on either end, and then you can mount it to either the wall or the shelf. I think the wall would be easier to mount to, but the shelf would be less invasive if I ever did remove these. Maybe I'll just use adhesive. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of adhering it to the wall, I'll adhere it to the shelf. That'd probably be best. Okay, we figured out our strategy. Strategy locked in. Let's get to work. Starting with, oh, also, how am I gonna cut this? How am I gonna cut? Well, I could just use a jigsaw. That should be not a problem for the metal part. So let's start with this side here. Don't need you mounting hardware. Well, who knows? If my adhesive idea doesn't work and it won't stick to the shelf for some reason, it's not strong enough or whatever, then we will have to use the mounting hardware that's included. But I'm banking on this working. I'm optimistic. And boom. All right. Cut that, need some scissors. Now I can peel the backing off of the adhesive tape carefully. All right, I'm going to position it right at the end, right where it hits the wall. And we'll just stick it up there. Press it good. All right, yeah. Feels good. I'm surprised that this didn't come included with adhesive tape. I feel like that's probably preferred for most people to the mounting hardware. Just screwing in your walls. I'm gonna go ahead and just do all of those right now. Yes, yes. All right, all right. Looking good. Now, for the LED strip. I wonder if we'll need to reapply 3M adhesive on this. I guess this will be the moment of truth. And it looks like it is gonna be sticky enough still. Yeah, I think we're good. Ah, freaking Odyssey. You G9, Neo G9 in the way. Why you gotta be so wide, so thick? This was actually very quick and easy. I don't know why I expected it to be anything else. This is a Govee LED strip, by the way, and it's addressable. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. The final stretch. Oh, it's tight. It's tight in here. I'm working out muscles I didn't know I had. Yeah, LED strip is in. All right, final step. The diffuser cover itself. These are either gonna go on really easy right now, or they're not. All right, that actually snapped in pretty easy. Easier than I thought. Oh, my arms, my arms. Again, we'll start with just one side here. All the way, baby. All right, 2 more to go. We're really 1.5, kinda. Can I use scissors with this to trim it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cakey wakey. Sorry, this whole part of the video is just me grunting and moaning. Don't get too aroused. All right. Moment of truth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can kind of still see the hot spots though. The heck? I was expecting it to be a bit more diffused because it's a diffuser. I mean, it's definitely better than the raw LEDs peeking out, but still a little hot spotty. Whatever. Not changing it, at least for a while. Now I gotta clean all this stuff up that I threw on the floor. Damn it. So here's a close-up look at the LEDs behind the so-called diffuser, not diffusing as well as I thought it would. I thought maybe it's because the LEDs are just too bright, and if we tone it down a bit using the Govee app, then maybe it'll look a bit more diffused and the hot spots won't be as pronounced. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Nope, so whoops, oh, okay, let's try. So it's at 86% right now, let's do 35. Okay, that just made the hot spots dimmer, but they're still technically there and very visible. All right, you know what? Whatever. It's not like I spent my time and money on it or anything. Jeez. Anyway, let's just see what an addressable rainbow chase effect looks like with the diffuser. Yeah, still kind of hot spotty. A little hot spotty, but arguably better than it was. Definitely looks a bit more professional, maybe a little less ghetto rigged or whatever, but not exactly the results I was expecting. Anyway, what are you gonna do? You know, whatever. It's RGB. It's RGB strips. What are you gonna do? So at this point, I mean, I've pretty much cleaned the whole place for the most part. I haven't cleaned like the entry room or the editing bay, but I'll worry about that another day. For now, I think the last thing I want to do for this video is check out this item that I just got from NZXT. Because it's a brand new microphone. They just released it. Is this their first mic? It might be their first mic. I'm not sure. The capsule, NZXT capsule. This just arrived today or maybe yesterday. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a sound test really quick because you might be curious if this mic sucks or not. All right, so right now I'm actually recording with the Sennheiser microphone, my Sennheiser MKH416. because I sort of wanted to show you guys the microphone up close, the NZXT capsule up close, and obviously if I was recording with this, it wouldn't sound great because I would be pointing it away from my face and stuff. But anyway, here's the microphone. Looks pretty nice and stuff. It's got that classic matte black finish from NZXT. Volume knob right here, and if you press it in, it mutes. You can see it turns red and stuff. And then you've also got a headphone volume knob. Really smooth tracking, really smooth turning. And the mic looks nice. It's got it's USB-C, to go straight to USB-A into the motherboard right now. And it also has a 1/4-inch thread at the bottom if you wanted to put it on a boom pole, like I have my microphone, my Sennheiser mic on right now. And there's also a 3.5mm jack. Pretty nice stand. It's got some weight to it, some heft. It doesn't really move around. It doesn't wobble. It's very rigid, stable on the desk. But now let's go ahead and switch it over from the Sennheiser MKH416 to the NZXT capsule. All right, this is the NZXT capsule now. This is what you're hearing, NZXT capsule. I'm trying to bring it to my face about as close as the Sennheiser microphone was. It's a cardioid mic, by the way, and it retails for $130 is what NZXT is selling it for. You might notice that it probably doesn't sound quite as good as the Sennheiser. That's because the Sennheiser is a $1,000 microphone, and it's a shotgun mic. It's in a totally different class, so it's really not a fair comparison. I just needed to use it for showing off the microphone to you guys at first, but I think it sounds pretty good. For $130, it looks like it's really high quality, and I think it sounds pretty decent as well. Would definitely make for a nice little streaming microphone, or if you're doing some casual recording, that sort of thing. And I like the fact that it was plug and play. I just plugged it in, no driver, no software, or drivers software. So very simple to use as well. Out of the box. What do you guys rate it? 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Go. You commenting? 1 out of 10 on the microphone, the capsule? Okay. Alrighty, well, that was a productive day. Hey, you know what? I'm actually happy. I think this video is going to turn out a little bit better than I thought it would. It was a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of cleaning, a little bit of LED action. We got RGB in there, of course, as always, and we even did a little tech mini review. Not a mini review. This is a little sound test. I wouldn't call that a review at all. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Oh, one more thing. Look at NZXT also sent me a plushie puck. Isn't that cute? I don't think this is supposed to come with the NZXT capsule, but I think they just sent it to me because it's fun and they like me. NZXT loves me. Hello, little puck. You wanna close this out, buddy? You wanna close this video out? Here, hold on. Give me a sec.
Thanks for watching Kyle's YouTube video, everyone. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech.